Hi, welcome back to a new part of our tutorial. We will go on with that here. That is this part here. It should be a normal. So we have done that. And we now want to make a normal of this. So I rotate at 180 degrees. We need an unwrap for that. We need a material. We call it star object. Then we need a plane in here. Add mesh plane for the bake. Rotate X 90 degrees. An unwrap 2. Then we need here a material 2. We call it bake plane for star object. Okay. We look from top that we are as near as we can on the object there. Okay. Good. Then we need an UV for that, so we go here in the UV image editor. It's here. Then we make here a new one, so with X we can bring that back. Then we say a new one. We give them a name. That is UV normal bake. And it should have 500. No, I let it by 2024 because it's a little bit greater as the other one, so it must be sharper. We disable alpha and say OK, and then the star says it isn't saved, so we save it as PNG. We make a PNG this time, and we take RGBA. And we take a color depth of 16 and we save it in our texture folder. This name isn't the right one. I make it again. So we have normally we make star object, because we have many of them here. So file, save as, width of channel 16, name in our texture folder, save as. Good. So we must now plug that in all the materials that we have. So we go in here in the material of the plane and say here add texture, image texture. Now we get this black one here. Add open textures, and we take here the star UV, and it is selected. That is good. We go to the other object. Here we need it too, so add texture, image texture, open textures, and the black one. Yep, and click on it. It is active. Okay, so we have done that. Now we can take first that object. Oh, you see here in the front it is too near, I think. Must look from top. It's real near, but okay. First the back one select, then the front one with hold the shift. Then we go here to bake. Here we have a normal, it should be cleared, and it should be to the active one. So bake. So that is our bake. That is all fine and all okay. So we save that. Now we have a little difference when we plug that onto the object. This background must be an alpha channel. That is important because that has without that it has an under depth, because a normal each color is a depth and no color is no depth. So we need here no color, that means an alpha. Okay, we have saved it, so we take it now in GIMP. So we go here, motobike, texture, then we take that with GIMP. And we delete here the background. So we go here to the magic tool and click here. Then we say edit, select, invert, and cut out. Then edit, as a new picture. Then we have it, file, export as. We go in our folder, and then we click on the original star object, and there we export it over it, and that's we assets it. Good. We replace it. Good. So we have done that. That is good. One normal more. Here is the same with this screw. There we must delete the background too. So we go in GIMP 2. And make the same. Invert, cut, input as new picture, and export as. Then we go to our folder, and share. What was the name? Yeah, that was the name. Screw head UV normal, and that we export that and we place it there. Not as a JPEG, I want a PNG. So I type here point PNG and then export. Okay, done. Good. Done that. So back in the program. That isn't now there because we have changed it. So we can move them both to second layer by pressing M. Then with N I make use screencast keys. Oh no, but you don't need it. So yeah, that one must now be on this material. That here must be completed. So we take that all and join that together. So join. Now we have here one part that we grab and bring it here in front. Scale down. Grab it. Oh, that was hiding, so I must unhide. Okay, grab it. So that is the object we have, and we want to have the same color as this one. So first is we need an unwrap. So we go in there and take an unwrap from view. Good. Then we make here our material. We say new material, and we call it Kupfer. So there's a German name for that. I don't know the English name for Kupfer. So that material there. And we say we want to have a principal shader, and we go to the white and the pipette, and then we can take this color. So we have that, but that isn't real that. So we give here a metallic, a 1. And it looks so, that's near to that, but it must be rougher. So we give them more roughness, and you see it comes near to. think we can let it. Can make it maybe a little bit more yellow. Yeah, that is nearly good. Good, and we want to make our normal on there. So we have to do here the complete textures stuff. So we input texture coordinates, then we add the mapping, then we add the texture itself, then we want to place a normal map, so vector normal map, and plug it there. We connect the UV with the vector, set texture, vector to vector. We take our normal map, that is this one. We plug color into color. We click here and give the UV map, and then we plug it into normal. So we go edit mode. Now you see here our object, and it must be greater, so we scale that. And then you see it appears there. Grab, scale, it should be in the middle, so we place it here in the middle, and it is titled in each direction, like another time too. So we have to go here minimum maximum, that only one should be there, so minimum 0, maximum 1, then it stands as it is. Good, we have done that. This effect is a little bit too strong, so we go here in strange a little bit down. I think that can be good. We smooth that all, and that is fine. That is enough for that. Good. We look with which screws we have here. That is the 6 counted one. We have one, but I don't know where. So we must search for that 6 counted screw. What is that now? That isn't it. That not. Yeah. Good question. Next question. We have too many. It's no 6 counted, it's a star counted. That is bad. 6 counted. What we have there? That is the outer part. We need the inner part. Okay. Yeah. So we make one. 6 counted one. Okay. So we make here add mesh cylinder. 24 is enough. Then we scale down, rotate x 90 degrees. We apply the rotation scale of it. Then we set the origin to geometry. Then we make another cylinder, add mesh cylinder. We take here 6 counted, so we type in 6, scale down, and rotate x 90 degrees. Bring him in front. And bring it in the middle. We apply the rotation scale of it. We set the origin to geometry. We have the name cylinder 39. 39, so we go there and get their boolean and cylinder point 39, and we go to difference. What's happened here? Cylinder 39. Cylinder point 39. No. Okay. And we have done it. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So, we take the back. only the back, and bring them a little bit near. Then we have to give a little bevel here. Control B. Oh, it's only that part, so we need both parts. Control B and roll. Then we take here this part and Control B, bevel that too. And then we have a good looking screw there. But you see the shading arrows, so Control R, make a loop there, make a loop there, and say this one and this one, and the inner part is flat, so we click here, shading flat. Good. Done that we can move to second layer. That whole thing, Shift D, make a copy, and move it to second layer 2. Now we have 1, and I must look the color. Is it is chrome. So, but I think it is not complete chrome, it's more steel. So we give them new material, new. So we call it gray steel, little glossy. Then we take here Principal shader, we take metallic to 1, and we give them a little roughness. I think that can be good. Then we bring it in front, jump to numpad 0, then we scale down and put it on the rest. So that is enough, and that we made for all these parts. So Shift D, bring one there, make them a little bit smaller. Then this one, Shift D, bring it to this point, and we look, I think that was all, don't know it exactly. 4, and here 4 again. So we have to do here some, that means add mesh a cube, scale down, get the back, so with background selection, go there, scale set, we have that, we bring that there, and make that 4 times. Before we give them, select all, Control B, a bevel. Good. Then we give them an unwrap. Then we give them that color, name is Kupfer, so we give them here the same, plus, and Kupfer, so we type in Kup, and there comes it, Kupfer. But there we need no normal, so that means when we click here in object mode on the 2, then comes the 0, 1, there we can change the material, and there we can cut that off, and then it's without that. So we can delete that here, and we call it Kupfer Pur. Good. Can type in without normals like you would, yeah. Shift D, rotate, grabbing, rotate, Shift D, rotate, grabbing, rotate, Shift D, and last time rotate. Good. We bring them as near in that we can plug in there some of the screws, so Shift D, we bring it there and in front. Don't must be so accurate, but should be halfway possible. So that is good, but I think we make them smaller and plug that more in. That makes more sense. Okay. Then we take that one, Shift D, place it there, place that more into by grabbing, and same with the other, Shift D, plug it there, go a little bit into, and last one, Shift D, and bring it out a little. Good, that is the complete thing. So we have to join all, so we click all, and join it. So we have now one complete. So that is fine, real good. If you ask what is that here, this line, that is because here is no space between that. That is the problem there. We can change it. File save. We go in back in GIMP with this model. That here's the model with GIMP. And we say with magic we get that, the select inverted, and cut that out. Then we plug that in, put that in, and then we take scale, that's here, click on, and now we can simply scale them by moving and then scale, and then we can take here position and bring it more in the middle. Then we have no connection to the sides and it will not appear. So file, right over, and it's right over. So now that works. It don't shows here because we don't load it new. We must load that new to see that. Think it was that one, yeah. So when we load that here new, then it must fit. Yeah, and now we have not the stripes there. Good, that one is there. Wonderful. Good, one thing done more. We scale up a little that we see what we done there. Yeah. Good. Grab it there. File. Save. Normally there's some writing on. I don't know. We should do that or we don't should do that. We can do it. And we do it. Add text. Rotate x90. Tap on the keypad, and then we write Blender. We scale it down, bring it in front. Now hit Alt C, mesh from text. Now it is a mesh, and now we can mark all and extrude it back. I don't know what happened. It don't works. Okay, we apply that. Apply rotation scale. That is no mesh, that is a curve. Okay, so we must convert it again. Mesh from curve. Now it's a mesh, okay. So we extrude and bring it back to, and then we make an unwrap and give them the material Kupfer pur. So we type in Kupfer pur and we have it. Okay, so we bring that onto, and join that with the other one. Good, done that. That's fine. So, file, save as, I take a new version. Good. Now we have to apply that all, so apply rotation scale, set origin to geometry, done. File, save. Good. Now, another one is the mirror. So when we look how that looks, we must have here a mirror in, the rest is black. So we have to select that whole thing here and extrude scale it. And then we have a separate one. So we can extrude and bring them back. Good. Now we have a deeper one here. Then we select that all and join it together as one. There's screws. Yeah. So there was the 6 counted. I know I've done that. Join together. Wow. What happens now? There's a little rough here. Very rough. I think we must get here a subdivision surface level 2. No. Good, we go back. Control. So we have that joint. Yes. And that is subdivision. Okay. So we must apply that first. And then we take the screws to it and join that together. Now we have the 3 ones and we join that with the rest. So we have that. Now this one. Okay. So that is a black plastic one. So we give them here plus and black plastic. Can be a little glossy, but we have no plastic with less glossy, so we take rough one. Then we make a plus and we need a mirror, so we make new and type in here mirror. Then we take here the principal shader, we make it to metallic 1, and that is a mirror. So we go edit mode, we mark our interior there, that here, but without the rest there. So I disable that shit there with background selection. So we have only selected that, and there we say mirror assign, and then we have a mirror on it. That one is done. So object, apply rotation scale, and set the origin to geometry. Good, we bring that to the steering. There it must be later. And we need surely another one, so Shift D, make a copy of that, and then we take the mirror, object mirror, interactive, hold middle mouse button, move the mouse, left click to accept. Good, done. Good. grabbing, bring it there. File, save. Good, good, good. Another structure is this ladder structure from the seed. There we have to do some special. So that is our seed here. We give new and we call that material ladder. Yeah, with 2E. It's, yeah, my writing. Okay. But to make that, we make our own material, and I done it before, and I must look how that was. Then we can make it here. So that means we go here, Blender, and tutorials. I have it, and there I have the structure of this ladder as procedural shader, and that we want to take that is better than a texture. So that is procedural ladder. So we bring it more there to the side, and then we bring Blender on the other side, and then we can copy that. We have to go here and make it greater. So we see here material output. We have here our material output, and we see now what we need there. The diffuse should be the black, so we give here a black. Then we need here a mix shader, so add shader, the mix shader, we bring it here between. Then we need here a glossy white, so add shader, glossy shader, white. It has a roughness of 200, we have here roughness 202. Then we plug that into the down part of the shader. So we mix that glossy with this diffuse, and we need a Fresnel that makes that lighter. So add input Fresnel, the IOR. There is a list I posted in my Facebook group. There you can see what is what. Then we have here the Veroni is this texture. It's a procedural texture intern from Blender. So add texture, and there is this Veroni texture, and we have here a scale of 60, so we make it here 60. Then we need an invert. Without that, that is deep, and we want not have it deep, we want to have it high. So we have to invert that. Add color invert. We plug color into color, yellow to yellow. Then the factor should be 5.582. Then we have here power. That means we need add converter, mask converter. We bring the color into value and click here to power. There. And then we plug that into this place. So I think that was it. Yeah. Good. That is our result in a moment. This one here. And that isn't great enough or small enough like you would. So we have to manage that by mapping. So we make Shift D a copy of that. Then here for that we apply the subdivision surface. Now we have a better structure there. And now we mark their seams. So we disable the background. and now we get here seams. I think that one can be good. Yes. So we mark seam under shading, and for the down part here we need 1, 2. Think we can take that here. Yeah. So we mark seam 2. Done that. Then we unwrap that. Before we must apply rotation scale again. Set the origin to geometry. Edit mode. Unwrap. Good. Now we have to bring here in the mapping. So add input UV texture coordinates. Then the mapping itself. Then that was it. So we give here the UV and the vector, we give it to texture, and we need to scale the black diffuse and surely the other one. So, and when you now take here the size to 0.1, 0.1, I must look. Here's another way. Okay, I've done it wrong. Think here is the scale. Okay, so we go down here to 20 maybe. That's too great. So we have to go higher. So that means 200. That is too much, I think, or too less. I think that is a little too less, so we make 350. Good. And it is too strong, so the power have less value to have. 1. Nearly. Better deeper. So we go here to 0.003. That is nearly that what we want. But give a little bit more. We try 0.009. We try 0.3. Yeah, that comes near to it. Yeah, it can be a little bit darker. So we go here with the color deeper. Good. The factor is for that. It is okay. I think for the moment we let it. I will tweak that a little later. So we delete that here, and that is our letter material there. Yeah. Now we can look here and render, and that looks like letter, original letter. See there, looks good. Good. This shadow comes from the other parts over them. That is a shadow from the other one, but that is the right material. Good. We done that. We now move that here to the second layer, and we have done the seed to grabbing there. This is the back part of the seed. So that one there, that have also this material, so we can go there. I make here a recalculate and tools, remove doubles. That's okay, good. So we can do it plus and give them the letter material, and it needs an unwrap. So we have an unwrap there, but before we must bring in there the mark seam. So we have to mark that all. and say mark seam, and then we can unwrap, but before we have to apply the rotation scale. Wow, I hate it sometimes. And UV unwrap. Good. That is letter 2. That's all fine. Good. Done that. Grabbing and bring it to position. So, I think we have done enough for today. So, we will see you in the next tutorial. I save it now. So, bye.